Ascendant Lands. Last time we left off, you had managed to split yourself off into 3 groups. The first, after receiving some sobering news, decided to go and get themselves drunk and effectively black out in an inn. And another decided to go to the training ground and have some fun with sparring some peoples. And the last group of you managed to go for a bit of shopping. Bit nice, calm shopping. But for Deszeldmiir got uh, swept away in the hype and spent a lot of their gold on potentially useless or very advanced pieces of kit that the odds of Deszeldmiir using it anytime soon is relatively low. So, we are split as a into 3 groups, and is up to you guys. Do you want to get back together? Do you want to try and find yourselves again, or do you want to keep drinking some more? It is up to you all.
Link up.
Yeah, I guess so.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I think Turi's overloaded with enough equipment to be like, yeah, it should be enough now.
Got
Yeah, Nadia will probably come looking for everybody else after a little while. Like, they've got to be done at the market now, right? The rest of us may then have to go looking for Thoradin, I guess.
Well, we don't. We all we know is that he's in a tavern. We don't, or one of the inns. We
He's
don't,
gone
don't know
for a
which one.
drink was the last we had.
That's correct.
Does anyone know which inn Thoradin went to? I mean, if I had to put my money on it, I would imagine it's in whatever the maid one is in this place.
Yeah, no, that probably makes sense.
You know.
Maybe. Well, how many taverns are there in this town? We can just go through all of them until we find it.
Oh, four.
Yeah, that shouldn't take too long. I'm sure we can find them.
Yeah.
Which ones
I
do you want to go first?
Shall we start with the maid? The maid one.
Yeah, the whatever maid.
Start with the maid.
Okay. So you head towards the Luscious Maid,
Oh,
which
the
is
luscious
in
maid.
the east section. And you go in, you look around, and there is no obvious signs of Thoradin.
Do you think he's you know?
Yeah. Well, he might be. I don't know. I'm not gonna go knock on all the doors.
I don't know. Do you ask? I don't know if you can you ask if.
Well, you can ask. It doesn't mean they've got to answer. Nadia will absolutely go and ask the person, like the person behind the bar or wherever it is, whoever's running things. Basically, have you seen this man? Lost my
Sure.
travelling companion. I don't care what he's doing. I just want to know where he is. Is he in your establishment?
So based off of the description you give of a Thoradin,
Long throat,
a hairy
hair,
dwarf. That's
A
gonna be
hairy
nice,
dwarf.
nice and descriptive. That is.
Pointed your hair, tats, iron fists.
yeah,
Oh yeah, the iron
fear of
fist.
consequence.
Yeah,
lead fists.
lead
Oh,
fists.
that's it.
Yeah.
Lead
Arguably no.
fists.
Lead
Sorry, Thoradin.
No, so there are a few dwarfs that match some of the description you've had, but not all of them. It seems that Thoradin has not been at this inn.
No.
Apparently not.
Well, what were the other options? It's the salt. I mean, but we always go to the salty, right? So I suppose to eat.
Well, hang on. Which one's closest?
Well, we're the east, right? So,
Yeah.
so it's either going to be the one he is in. So was it the broken? No,
He's
Yeah.
in the broken.
broken,
whatever,
or
isn't
the
it?
one on this side, which I think is the guard.
No.
No.
So Mangonel, which is the north one, or the Salty Jackal, which is the
Right.
south one.
I mean, we always eat in the salty way, the salty place.
We're gonna go around every town. Okay, let's try that one next, I guess.
Yeah, because the next one's going to be like the closest. Isn't it? So it's just
Well, if it
gets Thoradin more drinking time.
If it was the one across the city, I was going to suggest we go to one of the closer ones first because it's sort of on the way. But
Yeah.
no, if the salty whatever is
This is
one of the next ones, we're just going to go round the city in
yeah.
the wrong
It's
fucking
the
direction.
logic it's the logic she would use, you know. You know.
Oh yeah,
You know.
you gotta love it when you put your foot in it for your character.
Oh yeah. So yeah, the salty whatever.
Yep.
You want
Jackal.
to stay together, or do you want to split up?
I mean, we'd get the same problem. Well, yeah.
To be fair, it's probably best we stick together. Otherwise, some of us are going to find Thoradin, and the rest of us, like,
Yeah.
we're still not going to have the whole group.
Yeah, we'll go to the salty jackal.
Go to the salty jackal.
Go to the salty jackal. So
Thoroughly
you
wrong
go
direction.
to the salty jackal, and it is very much a lot of the same thing. You go in. There's no obvious signs of Thoradin. You ask at the bar and give him his description of a dwarf, red hair, very hairy, tattoos, lead hands, and no. Unfortunately, not at this inn.
You know, I'm starting to think that we should open with lead hands because that seems to be the giveaway every time.
I mean, it's
You know?
pretty. Yeah, it's pretty
Is
defining.
he wearing
feature.
those weird sparkly gloves though?
Yeah, he
He
is. Yes, he is.
He is.
Actually, maybe we should open with the sparkly gloves.
Weird sparkly gloves, yeah. Because I was just saying that if he was wearing not weird sparkly gloves, he would just look perfectly normal.
That's well. Apart
I mean,
from
if
the,
he
apart
was
from
wearing a shirt and not weird
the
sparkly
apart from the
gloves,
sort of
he'd
metal
look-
hands that he has, I mean, that would kind of, you know, I
Yes,
always
but
did.
they're under the gloves, Talari.
No, I know,
Yeah,
but then,
yeah.
Small
but
with
then,
walking
but
for
then,
the
but
next
then,
inner
yeah,
line.
exactly, yeah. But then, I still don't understand why he's decided to try and hide his lead hands by replacing them with sparkly gloves that are going to attract attention.
Because no, it's because you don't know that he's got like the lead hands, and then he can be like surprise and punch you in the face,
With the
and it
spark.
hurts more
Pretty
because
on
of the
point.
lead hands. I mean, it would probably hurt quite a lot beforehand, but now it hurts worse.
I'm surprised he doesn't get just like gloves with like spiky bits on him or something. You know.
It's because he got himself bloody stupid cursed. Now he won't get rid of it because it makes him punch harder. And if there's one thing you can guarantee Thoradin's gonna do,
I mean,
it's something bloody silly.
But he doesn't-
so
he
that
doesn't-
he can punch harder.
but he doesn't really punch things though. He just whacks it with his sword, so the hands don't really ever factor into anything.
Yeah, but just in case he has to punch you in the face, Talari, now he's better at it.
Suppose
Because
so.
this is
all-
Thoradin we're talking about.
Yeah, this was all just because he decided that he wanted to take up a challenge that was laid before him upon a street and did not think
Yeah,
about
somebody
anything
literally
whatsoever.
put up a little sign saying, "Hey, I bet you're not strong enough to lift these gloves." And he went, "Oh yeah, I bet I am." That was literally it.
Ah,
Here we
dear.
are.
Yes. Right. What's this one? The
That
guards.
was
The guards thing.
literally it. The guard thing. If he's in here, I'll be fairly surprised, to be honest.
This is the guard privy. And again, go in, and it's very much of the same ilk of you go in, there's no obvious signs of Thoradin, and you ask at the bar for a dwarf, red hair, tattoos, lead
Lots of
hand,
gloves.
sparkly
Sparkly.
gloves.
Sparkly Michael
Um,
Jackson gloves. You know.
And while there may be some dwarfs that do fit that description, none fit all of the descriptions. And so likely Thoradin is not
Ah.
here.
Typical, isn't it? Though it's always the last one.
Yes, it's always in the last place you look. Whatever
Ah.
you're looking for is always in the last place you
I mean,
look.
that's.
yeah,
That's
that's
how
like-
it helps, really. That's how it works. You don't keep looking after you found something. You know.
Yeah, I know.
Terry
That's-
just stands
That's
there
the
absolutely
joke, Talari.
bemused.
That's the joke, Talari.
Oh, I see.
I don't get it.
That whenever you're looking for something, it's always in the last place you look, right?
But who would keep looking if they found it?
Well,
don't
they wouldn't.
understand.
That's why it's funny.
I don't.
I'm
I mean,
just-
I was just
I'm just-
referring to that we there are 4 taverns and we're going
Yeah,
to the
this
last.
is the
tavern.
last place
Stuff.
we could look.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah. Unless
I'm
it's-
just making stupid remarks.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Something new and different for me.
Ah, yes.
That was also, in case you're confused, a stupid remark.
Oh dear. I mean, if he's not in here, I don't know where we're gonna look. He might.
Yeah, at that point, we'll have to settle for on his trail.
I mean, I suppose he could be in the stables giving the horses all evil eyes or something. I don't know.
I was gonna say what? He's gone to say hello to the horse.
No,
That
just
doesn't
give him the
seem very likely.
death stares, you know.
Gone to give the horse a suspicious look. Yeah, that'll believe.
Yeah.
So, Thoradin, in your blackout stupor of 6 drinks of a very strong moonshine, effectively 90% alcohol, in your drunken mind, do you reckon you would stay in one place, or do you reckon you'd go for a wander?
I mean, with this blackout, he's literally like almost passed out on the bar, on the bar. 'Cause he sat at the bar, so he's like passed out almost.
If he decides to go for a wander, how far will he get? Like half a
Well-
meter? Yeah.
His legs are already numb. He can feel it. If he yeah, he's holding on for dear life as it is. Short little legs.
Aw.
Stalls are designed for everybody, so that's fine. That's okay. So you decide to stay where you are, which is absolutely fine. You get to a point where you ask for another, well, you think you've asked for another one, and you can't tell if it's alcohol or water or nothing, or but it's actually hitting the spot, or whatever it is that they're giving you. It's hitting the spot. And for the rest of you, as you do enter the broken mangonel, there is no obvious sign of Thoradin, but as you go up to the bar, you do see a dwarf that does look like your Thoradin, just slouched right over the bar and practically just asleep almost. Not quite asleep, but almost. Like if they needed a push in that direction, they wouldn't take very much.
Well,
Nadia is going to look at him and say, "Bloody hell, Deszeldmiir, what did you say to him?"
I told him the truth. It's
Well, it seems to have had an impact.
well, it's his truth. If he wants to say it, he can. Let's just
Don't think he's going to be saying very much very soon.
no. Maybe we should get him into the house.
yes, might be for the best.
Ah,
I'm not gonna be someone wanting, you know.
I don't think you could.
No, I couldn't. No, it's not really my thing.
Desi just gets up, like goes to lift an arm. Can't even do that. Just goes.
Nadia's just going to
this
look at him
isn't-
like, "Thoradin, you're not going to be walking anywhere, are you?"
He's just like grumbling to himself and burping.
If you throw up on me, I'm going to be so unimpressed. She's going to like pick him up. Probably like over the back rather than fireman's carry, because if she puts him in a fireman's carry, she's worried he'll hurl.
He might hurl whatever.
He might
position he's
hurl
in.
whenever. Yeah. But the thing is if he's over
Yeah.
the back, he's less likely to hurl on her.
Yeah.
Cool.
Alright.
So
Do you want me to roll for it, or are you happy that I can just pick him up?
I'm happy you're capable of doing so.
Yeah, she's like, "Come on," and just like haul him off of the bar stool.
Yeah. Yeah,
Fucking
you're certainly not
hell, Thoradin.
walking very fast, but it's you're able to do it.
But she's not going to try and get him to walk. She's going to bodily pick him up.
Yeah, as in like you're not going to be able to walk.
Oh
very
no,
fast.
no! Absolutely not going to be winning any foot races in this case.
Definitely
No.
But no. So the other question I have for you all is: have you reverted you all back onto the key, or have you still got some of you in and some of you off, or some of you on and some of you off?
had
I'm pretty
everyone
sure
on
we
the
put
key.
it. I think we reverted it, right? We made it so everybody.
You put it back on, yeah.
That's absolutely fine. So when you go and to open up the doors,
Pardon me.
bless you. When you activate the key, you're all able to be transported back into the house.
For a second there, I was worried that in Thoradin's drunken stupor we couldn't get in.
Oh God.
Can't acknowledge it
I
because he's
mean-
passed out.
I was gonna say he can't legally consent, so we're not allowed back into the house.
I was worried.
If he wasn't on the key, then that is exactly what would have happened.
That's all right then.
Yeah, we're okay then.
Yeah.
Hey.
So you are back in your interplanar home, where there is on one of the tables a mugs of hot cocoa and some caffeine, like coffee, ready for people to take on. There's some. You can smell some meat grilling away. Essentially, like preparing, like the house itself is preparing to facilitate drunken minds or drunken souls.
This is what Thoradin dreams of, is it? Grilled meat and coffee.
It is his
And
dream.
hot chocolate.
Endless.
And hot chocolate, apparently.
I mean, I think we should get one of these down him. It'll help sober him up. You know.
I mean, I was just going to put him to bed, personally. I
I
don't think
wonder-
you're going to get much sense out of him for a while.
Oh, well, that's very true.
The food looks good though. We should take notes. It smells nice.
So the question here is,
I mean, is he still conscious?
does the spell Greater Restoration affect those that are drunk?
It is a condition affecting a person.
Because it says you imbue a creature with you touch with positive energy to undo a debilitating effect.
What's that just being completely south?
I mean, it's
Ah,
I
I mean,
would say so.
you know,
Matt,
but the thing is,
can
it
lay on
says
hands cure you of being blackout drunk.
that cures a disease, right? So,
It cures poison.
oh, there you go.
You can
Isn't
spend
Thoradin like
5
immune to
H-
poison? Oh no, he's resistant to poison.
You can
so-
spend 5 HP's worth of your lay on hands pool in order to remove poison from someone's system. Can you use this to sober somebody up?
I would say that it would help with a hangover.
You're happy you're not poisoned anymore. When you are like drunk, you are actively in the process of being poisoned. That's what the symptoms of being drunk are.
I wouldn't say
Well, being drunk is
Yes,
dehydration, right? Like that's dehydration in
No,
the
no,
brain.
no. Being hungover is mostly dehydration. Being
Right.
drunk is the effects of the poison alcohol on your system.
Ah.
Wait.
This is a completely OC discussion.
Well,
There's no
yeah.
nail on
So,
hand
yeah.
yet.
the
She's never done it. I'm just asking for posterity's sake.
that's fine. I think for Deszeldmiir, where at the time, because Deszeldmiir is immune to poison,
Where you ruled
we
you could
we
still be
ruled
drunk.
that she was capable of being drunk, was immune to the effects afterwards. So of the
Fair.
effects of the hangover after the fact.
Immune to
So
the suffering.
I
Right.
would say immune to your so in this case Thoradin would be resistant to the consequences
Mhm.
of the alcohol effectively.
But he would still be blackout drunk.
Yeah, yeah. I'm happy with that. We've established that, so I'm happy with that.
No, if that's the way you want. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, yeah, that's, yeah. I don't think this is gonna help then much. So
I'll
that's
just
fine.
put him to bed. It's fine.
Yeah,
This is
send
what
it
he
to bed.
gets for going
It
on a
d-
bender.
Greater Restoration does remove a curse, so that'd be funny. He wakes up and he hasn't got
Oh,
lead hands
yeah.
anymore.
Nick his lead hands on. He's too drunk
Oh
to
no.
object.
Can't do that to a man.
Oh,
when
that
he's-
would be
please
fun. That would be
incapacitated.
so
That's
funny.
great.
But no, I don't think
Oh.
she would do that. So
I mean, you can always put them back on. I mean, there's
Yeah,
nothing stopping you doing that.
Yeah,
Very
you can
true.
always pick them up again.
No.
No, I'll just put him
we're
to
gonna
bed.
hide.
yeah,
I'll have
just
to
put him to bed. Yeah.
hide him in the
Don't
basement.
hide them.
It's like hiding someone's shoes or whatever.
Yeah.
No, she'll just put him to bed, to be honest. She'll have to carry him up the stairs and she will complain about it. But she will absolutely put him to bed.
Cool. So, with Thoradin efficiently dispatched to bed, what would everyone else like to do? Or is everyone else wanting to also go to sleep?
Nadia
Does
will come back downstairs.
I say does Nadia come back? If she does,
Oh yeah, she's gonna come back downstairs complaining about how fucking heavy he is.
Okay.
And will absolutely apologise to Deszeldmiir for that time she fell asleep on her because
Oh, it was okay. It wasn't too bad. I think you were slightly less, like, completely dead weight drunk. I think you carried me up the stairs.
not when I was drunk. The other time I collapsed on you.
Oh,
After that fight,
right,
you were like,
right,
"Oh yeah,
right.
you fell
Yeah.
over on me."
Yeah, no, that was pretty bad. That was
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
That was dead weight. No, I did
I am-
carry you up
I
the
am-
stairs that
I
time
am
we
not
both
a
got
strong
drunk.
person, you see, so, like,
You're like half of my size.
not very strong. Quick, not strong.
Talari will go to the kitchen Or head towards the kitchen.
Deszeldmiir has all her things to try out. She can try them
It's
out.
just true.
Oh yeah. And she just runs straight after Talari. You have all my equipment in your bag of holding.
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
What equipment have you got in the bag of holding?
It's like all this
Okay.
stuff that she, Deszeldmiir
Gets
bought.
out 5 different bowls, a proofing bowl.
Crazy
She's
rolls.
got like a hand whisk, like a crank hand whisk for no good reason.
Wow.
What the actual hell is all of that?
This is all my equipment ready for baking bread. And
Why do
this,
you need a dozen bowls to make a loaf of bread?
well, what if it gets too big in one bowl? You've got to go up a size.
What if you drop a bowl and break it?
Thank
In
you,
the back of it.
Krusk. Spares.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Although, can't the house just materialize the equipment?
Yeah, but this way she's got it even if we don't have the house anymore.
I suppose so.
So you can take it away and do stuff with it.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've got to be able to do it out in the wild, you know. What if we can't get to the house? What if we can't have it all?
What if we want to give someone else bread outside the house?
I mean, we wouldn't be able to make the bread outside the house because you need to heat it.
Need the bread oven.
Yeah, I don't know how you would.
We can make fires.
How you make bread?
Is oven? No, but is ovens a thing?
No, I think that was just Krusk saying
Yeah,
it.
No, ovens,
ovens are a
are
thing.
a thing.
Ovens
Ovens-
have been
Oh, I
a
meant
thing
like
for
a
thousands of
specific
years.
bread oven.
Oh,
is
it'd be like a
thing.
stove, like a fire stove sort of
Would
thing.
be
wouldn't
Yeah,
it? Yeah,
like a
yeah,
yeah.
pizza oven.
Wood stove oven and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. That's
Of
true.
course
That
it's
is
a
that's
thing.
of course. Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Well, actually, you've got a thing that you can actually you've got a Dutch oven now as part of your
Yeah.
selection. You could put that in a fire, and that Dutch oven will cook the bread.
Sorted.
Nice, nice.
So
Actually, as Krusk is saying that, I just bring out the Dutch oven. This is called a Dutch oven, and as she's doing this, she reads the
Dutch.
notes that she's written on her arm, and
Oh my God.
this I can put straight
the
into the
cooking pot.
fireplace to cook the bread anywhere. But yeah, she gets out all this like random stuff.
Does
She
it
really
does
doesn't
it
need
do anything else?
sieve,
Is it,
all sorts.
is it just bread?
I guess you could use it for other things, but I was really focused on the bread, right? And this,
That's fine.
and she gets out one little jar, and it's already got like a weird aerated looking,
I thought your sourdough starter.
disgusting, vomit-colored mixture on it.
God.
And
How do you even get
she's
bread
like,
that color?
this is my sourdough starter.
I've never seen bread that color before. At least not on purpose.
Look, I was talking to one guy, and they said to me, "You have to treat this thing like a child. You feed it every day. You empty it. Make
Put it
sure
to
it
sleep.
burps. You don't let this thing break. You keep good care of it."
If it gets possessed and starts spying on us, I'm going to be very unimpressed.
She just, for the first time, knowing how Krusk feels, immediately recoils and brings the jar in close.
Oh my God.
I'll just
I
nod
don't think
in,
I
like,
don't think
sympathy.
it could be possessed.
To be fair, it's a loaf of bread. If it got possessed, it'd probably have bigger problems.
It doesn't have eyes. Yeah, no, I think I'm
Okay,
fine.
if it grows eyes, that's where I draw the line. Is loaves of bread with eyes.
If I see any green eyes on it, I'll let you know.
That's where I draw the line. Is loaves of bread with eyes.
Talari making not making bread. Try making sort of the biscuits, make little biscuits, and try and sort of practice doing that process. Basically, I think she'll be aiming more for like, probably more like along the lines of a digestive. I think will probably end up what comes out first, because making her way up to the other one. I think that'll probably be the first iteration, sort of more square than necessarily round.
yeah, I dig it.
Once she's kind of gotten that, however long that takes, the next plan is to just get like a slab, like a thin slice of cheese, like cheddar, and plonk that on top.
Strong cheddar.
Strong cheddar. Yes, very true. Yeah, extra mature, strong cheddar. And put that on sort of, being very particular. They're the same size square as the biscuit, and just makes 5 of those. That's the aim.
Yeah.
Or 4, I guess, because Thoradin's not there.
Yeah, and do you deliver them to your allies
Yeah.
to taste?
Yeah, well, yeah. If I get enough time to do all of that, then yeah, I would try to give that to everybody to try.
Or you got these like pristine little biscuits with little like cheese on top. You probably look over to the other side of the kitchen and you see Deszeldmiir slamming her fist into this dough that's way too dense. There's a bunch of like dough stuck up her arm, and it is
I love
chaos
that.
and ruined.
It's
Yeah.
therapeutic a little bit, for Deszeldmiir.
Yeah. Fuck you, Aloysius.
Don't break it by punching it too hard, right?
What? I can break it?
I mean, it's. I don't know what it's made out of. What's it made out of? Just steel, I guess, or iron.
I don't know.
I mean, you can.
Those
You.
mixing
I mean,
bowls are made
bowls-
of
the bowls are-
ceramic.
I mean, you could
Or
probably.
wood
You could
or-
probably dent like Krusk's armor with a punch. Like, so this thing can probably.
Oh, shit. I
Ah,
didn't think of that.
What's interesting though is that you said that your fists can like do things, right? Could you use that? Singe it a bit, cool it down a bit. Give it a bit of a jolt. I wouldn't choose any of that. But if you've got poison or acid, no, I wouldn't do any of that. No.
Like, her eyes light up at this, and suddenly
cook
she's
it.
thinking,
Just by hitting it.
Yeah.
okay.
It's like that. How hard did you have to slap a chicken?
I think after I've got a good loaf going with like the whole like traditional methods, we're going to experiment with some shit. This sounds great. Cool.
You never know.
Okay.
It could punching it with electricity could like unlock a flame. I don't know. I don't know if that really.
I think
If that
you'd
works.
just fry it.
Probably. Well,
Nadia was absolutely in the corner of the kitchen eating all the like meat skewers that Thoradin dreamed up. And watching these two just
Oh, hi, Nadia.
the actual fuck.
Have you done dough before, Nadia? Am I meant to be this sticky? I feel like this is a
I
lot.
think you've probably added too much water. If it's sticking to you, you need to put more flour on it.
Oh, right. grabs the flour and just.
Only a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So Talari just edging her food slightly further away from Desi.
Oh yeah.
Does
Your side
Deszeldmiir,
clean,
do
her side chaos.
have you ever actually kneaded a loaf of bread before?
No.
Do you want me to show you how?
She like does that really awkward thing where your hands are like disgusting, but you're trying to open a page and you're like,
Yep.
just try.
I
Yeah,
see, I
yeah.
have
No,
so
yeah.
been
Can you show me how to knead the bread? I had notes, but I can't.
Yeah, fine, sure.
Punching was mentioned. That's the only part I remember.
Yeah, possibly not as hard as you regularly do it, mind you.
Oh, okay.
Deszeldmiir. You punch just about as hard as I can swing a warhammer.
That's pretty hard, right? That's very hard.
Yeah.
Pretty hard, yeah.
You are not most people when it comes to punching things. Just bear that
Right.
in mind.
Right. So when it says punch, I should.
Yeah,
maybe-
like a normal person punch, or maybe a little punch, not a you trying to kill somebody punch.
Right. Okay. I just give the dough like a little prod.
I mean, this was. I mean, I suppose this is how I would punch. You see, so she just does like the most feeble.
Oh.
That's how.
You're probably allowed to be You have
Yeah.
the worst punching form I've ever seen.
I've never needed to do it.
You're gonna break your thumb doing it like that.
I mean, I don't. I mean, I could heal it again.
You're not supposed to break things just because you can heal them again.
Well,
I have been told.
you'd be
You're
surprised how
supposed to
many
be
people hurt
sensible.
themselves. I mean, I swear, I think Thoradin injures himself on, is more reckless because he knows he's going to get healed.
Well, maybe, but that's not like.
Actually, I can vouch. And when when we were first joining together, when I knew you could heal me, I was pretty reckless.
See?
I'm reckless anyway. It's just easier when you're there to heal me, then I don't have to spend
See?
a week in bed with a broken leg.
This is a common thing. I've seen it a lot. Happens a lot.
Yeah, right, okay. So this is how you need some bread. Right. And Nadia's absolutely gonna like peel all the dough off of Desi. You know that kind of rolling motion you do to peel the dough off somebody? Roll it into a ball and be like, right, this is how you do it.
I just want to be clear. The dough you're working with is
It's pretty
fucked.
fucked.
It's
Yeah.
there's no rise. There's nothing. It's gone.
Think
This
you
will
may
be
have
the
punched.
densest loaf ever.
I think you may have punched this a little hard. It's just like not even stretching. It's just there.
Basically, like a little dough rock.
Yeah, like, I think you may have punched this a little hard.
Oh, right.
Supposed to be
Okay.
stretchy.
So I guess you
Hey.
want something in the middle of my punch and your punch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just like this is the motion, even though the dough is like ruined. You just say like this is how you do it, like doing the whole stretchy thing, or you roll it backwards and forwards.
Okay, so like the roll mode, and you twist, and you can.
Yeah, you do this.
Okay. Right. Okay. We'll just throw that, and I'll just go ahead and get the. We'll start again in a minute, but right. Okay, so this is the.
Just waggling it to see if it'll stretch.
Tears.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not good. So, while you
Or we're
don't,
horsing around.
while you're playing at baking, Krusk, is there anything that you feel you want to be doing while the ladies are cooking? Do you want to be keeping part, or are you happy to be eating the meat, or what would you be like to be doing? In
What time of day was it when we came in here?
it's evening, so about 7-ish by the time you found Thoradin.
Okay. I think Krusk will just do some aerial combat training with Tamaran, so he'll summon the dragon, and then he'll just be doing like every now and then he'll like fly by the window, like knock on it, just be like, is it ready yet?
Are you practicing that? You know when you know the anime where they just stand and then just like that on the dragon.
Yes,
that
like
was
Cape billowing very very dramatically. You know
Yes.
that is
that-
tactic one. Shock and
that's
awe.
tactic one.
Tactic
and awe.
one, shock and awe, I love it. Yes, that's so
Yeah.
Krusk. That is absolutely Krusk and
Yeah, so-
absolutely what he should be doing.
So great.
I'll
I
keep him
love that.
entertained like the whole evening, to be honest.
Nice.
Learning how to stand on his dragon when his coat billows dramatically, and he imagines himself like saving the day.
Exactly, yeah.
Cool. So the four of you are eventually, once at least the digestive and the cheese is ready, you're able to take part in that aspect. The bread, well, we'll say that it's better, but
It's
it's getting there. But it obviously takes longer to sort itself out. But yeah, so the digestives and the very extra mature cheddar to taste test Talari's first attempt. Reasonably edible food. Is that a fair estimate?
I mean, I think because the digestives will probably be like a little bit too crumbly, like than like a normal digestive.
Yeah.
So it's like it will like when you eat it, like the bottom bit just like almost like crumbles away, and you're just left with cheese. Like as you're eating it, like when you like when you get like
awkwardly doing this.
Yeah.
Keeping
because like how
it
you get like a burger and sometimes it's soggy. I mean, obviously it's not this is not soggy, but like the bread just like falls apart.
Yeah, burger slides out.
Yeah, there's basically that sort of scenario happening, which you didn't notice it before because it was only like when you eat it.
Yeah.
It's like, and then there's all four just goes. Well, the cheese is good.
I guess I need to.
It's a biscuit. It's falling apart.
Yeah, I need to figure out how to.
It tastes good
toughen that
though.
up.
Nadia's sort of eating the bits off her hand.
You know, I really liked the first bite. It was really tasty.
Oh, that's good. That's good. She has it. It's like, bit strong, this cheese, though. Like, I wanted something a bit sweeter, you see.
Tastes like cheese. Quite
Yeah.
nice.
But then you could just eat cheese, you know. But I'll think about it.
You could just eat cheese.
You could just eat cheese, but that's not really what I'm after.
Krusk, what do you think? What's your opinion on cheese?
I'll sweep
should-
back.
Yeah, we just wave,
I'm
Cross.
joking.
Come and have a cheese biscuit.
Okay, I'll like sweep by. I'll be like, sorry, what? Where's the
Cheese
danger?
biscuit.
I've made a biscuit.
Nice
It's a
cheese biscuit.
it's a biscuit with cheese on top.
I'll eat it. I'll give it a thumbs up. Good.
Probably just
Cross
eat.
just
Probably
eats
just
the whole thing in one
yeah.
bite.
So it doesn't know. It doesn't like yeah. It doesn't have a time to crumble. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, he'll just swallow the whole thing and be like,
interesting.
yes, good sorry, yeah.
If you can
Keep 'em
eat
going.
it in one,
The crumbling doesn't matter.
yeah. Interesting. She'll be not stroking a beard, obviously, but she'll be thinking.
If she had a beard, she would be stroking.
If she had a beard, she'd be stroking. She's got that kind of like look on her. If she had a beard, she'd be stroking it.
Be
can
twirling her
stroke her
hair
chin.
or something.
She can stroke her chin.
She's just like she's
I
not.
need a beard for
She's
that.
now not paying attention to
Beard is-
anybody else now. She's in her own zone. Just day,
That's
you know.
Talari gone. What's driven the two of you cooking mad anyway?
Yes.
We were all talking about what we're going to do after this, and I'd really like to eventually not have to kill people for a living. So I
You're gonna make bread
will,
instead.
at some point, have to either live off my own survival skills or have to take up some kind of trade.
And this could work for both.
Yeah, well, after you showed me in the kitchen, like all the knife work was really fun, so that was good. And then, you know,
And the punching.
I was kind of like, oh, this is really interesting. I mean, you know, I've mixed things to poison people before, but never food for like an enjoyable, pleasant experience. So it's a lot more difficult, actually. It's surprisingly easy to make something that kills someone, but making something that tastes nice is way harder.
Depends where you start.
Make it smaller, bite-sized.
Oh shit, my bread!
And with that, we'll let the evening go into your time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It fades into the chaos of entertainment for you all, and when day comes back around for you all, Thoradin, can I please have a Constitution saving throw, please? You have advantage because of your resistance.
Okay. Let's go.
How hungover are you today?
Yeah.
15.
Scale
Okay.
of 1 to 20. How bad are you?
Yeah. You're not it's you don't remember much of last night apart from being told what you were told and that you felt it was a good idea to go drinking.
Mhm.
And you don't really remember much after getting in the inn. Or even how you got back here, you don't remember much of. But as a hangover goes, it's probably a good solid maybe hair of the dog. Get you back into fighting shape again, maybe. Like if you have a good hangover cure, then maybe that'll do you a solid and get you back into the right mind. Maybe like lots of water, lots of caffeine, perhaps. Or maybe just a really big fry up could do the trick.
Meat and beer. That's his hangover cure. Hair of the dog. Just a fat steak.
Can't get a hungover if you keep drinking.
I mean, from what he's been told, this might go into a second night of drinking.
Not bad
Someday.
advice.
Do not start up again at like 9 o'clock in the
Oh,
morning.
I
God.
do not condone this behavior.
Well, because he's gonna wake up, remember why he was drinking so hard last night, and be like, "Oh shit," and just
Maybe I
get in
need
that
another
mood again.
couple Yeah,
don't
so he
know.
can't remember what Desi told him.
I don't know about everyone else, but I probably tried to hide as much alcohol as possible.
I mean, he can just think up more, right?
Yeah,
Sadly,
just
yes.
keep coming.
It's
You
tricky in a
sounded yes.
place where you can open the cupboard and more alcohol, more things can be there for.
Probably doesn't even
Oh,
need to
shit.
leave his room to just make more
Yeah,
alcohol.
it just appears.
I was gonna say, Matt, could he summon a beer to his bedside table if he thought about it hard enough?
No, you'd have
Or
to at
would you have
least
to go
go
down
to
to the
the.
kitchen?
You have to at least go to the right area of the house to do so.
Has he got?
Okay.
Oh,
Has he got a cupboard in it? Where's his room? You got a desk there. What's a shelf? Maybe.
just opening his bedside table. There's a whole row of beers in there, like he's got some kind of secret
Yeah,
stash.
the desk probably has a drawer with whiskey in it.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Scotch.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Just got like
drawers
mini
will
fridge
have-
up there,
Yeah.
stacked.
Mini fridge.
Why do you have an interdimensional house? Oh, the mini fridge. That's the best bit.
But yeah,
Nadia, by the way, has not used her bedroom. She's set her tent up in the garden.
There?
She's also set a little campfire up next to the tent.
Is it her tent or she imagines like a fancy tent?
It's her tent. Oh,
It's
there's
just
no
her
point freaking imagining a tent when you've got one.
Oh,
Right?
you never know. You never know.
No, it's her tent.
You
She's
can
made
already
she's
start.
made herself a little campground, basically under Desi's window, like that side of the house. Like,
Right.
well, the other side of the house is taken up with the
The courtyard sort of area, right?
courtyard and that
The sparring area.
the sparring arena and that kind of crap.
Yeah, yeah.
You probably tucked it round like
Sort of round.
Yeah, bit discreet still.
So sort of around here.
tucked it round the back.
I can picture Desi like getting up from her trance, looking out the window, seeing the campsite, be like, "Wait,
Who the fuck is camping outside our house?
who the fuck
You
is
probably
camping
see like the
outside?"
smoke first, right? Probably. Oh no.
Like-
You can
Well,
probably smell the wood smoke.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably look at it and be like, see smoke, look down. Shit, is the house on fire?
What did Thoradin do?
Did
now?
I leave the oven on?
Yeah.
Shit, did I leave my bread?
No.
How many loaves did I try last night?
Some people get blind drunk. Desi just makes bread until she can't remember how much loaves she made.
I think the safe answer is to say too many loaves, but not enough to know you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
All of them are slightly wonky.
all of them are
There's nothing
quite
wrong
off.
with wonky bong. Nothing wrong with wonky bread. Gotta make a few wonky loaves.
I think
Learning process.
at this stage, no rise, all too dense. Couple undercooked, couple overcooked, one completely burnt to ash.
One that's burnt on the outside and raw in the middle.
Yeah.
That's an
Yeah.
easy one.
Yeah.
I still get loaves that are burnt on the outside and raw in the middle, to be honest.
But she'd probably like open the window, look, and be like, "We're the only ones that could get in here. We're the only ones that can get in here." And she's just reminding herself of this. Thoradin, Nadia, you're
Mm?
the only two that would. Oh, Nadia. Okay, great. Okay, good. Why are you camping outside?
Because it's nicer than being inside. You get like a head stuck out of the tent, like looking up at you.
You okay?
As far as you can tell, like she's possibly not actually exited the sleeping bag. She's probably just wriggled like until her head sticks out under the front of the tent. Yes.
I mean, yeah. Do you want some company? I can. The last one wasn't too bad. We could have some toast, maybe with it. I don't know.
1 second. She's gonna like pull her head back in and emerge very soon afterwards. Where has Desi gone? Is she still up in her room or has she gone down in the
He's
kitchen?
still. Oh, interesting. Yeah, no. If you went in, she'd be like, "Oh, I can get down there quickly," and just like speeds down. So the minute you come out, she's right outside your tent.
Don't you have like slow fall or something? Or slow falling distance?
Yeah,
Oh
but that
yeah,
wouldn't
this
stop.
place regenerates every time.
Yeah,
through
but that
the
wouldn't
window.
stop her squashing the tent flat.
Well,
This is true.
yeah.
With
could go
Nadia
down the
still
wall.
inside it. Yeah, she could just
Yeah,
walk
yeah.
down.
No, I'll like hop onto the
Use
edge
the
of the window.
stairs like a
run
regular
down.
person. Jesus Christ.
You always have to keep limber. Always practice. Always stay focused. At least that's what, Thoradin and Krusk say, especially when they do their whole, exercise routine.
Thoradin doesn't get to talk about staying focused after I had to carry him home last night. And Krusk spent all of yesterday evening trying to balance on top of that dragon.
But he
Which
did
admittedly
balance on
was
top of that,
which admittedly was pretty focused.
yeah, don't tell him, but that was pretty fucking cool. I mean,
Which
let's
was
be
admittedly
honest.
pretty focused, but
What
Thoradin at least
was he
can't
successful? Do we
talk.
know if he was successful in
Yeah.
his thing?
I'm guessing he was. Has Talari turned up as well?
No, she's downstairs. I'm just wondering, OC, was he successful? In
I like to think he was, because the idea of Krusk standing on the dragon like this, with his cape billowing dramatically.
Yeah, I like the idea of him knocking or constantly asking about snacks.
Yeah, while stood very
While stood
carefully on
on
the
the-
back of the
yeah.
dragon. Like somebody who's very proud that they've mastered their new hoverboard or whatever they call
No,
it.
it
Definitely
was-
practiced it enough times, to be fair. I'm sure he can do
Yeah,
it.
good
Cool.
balance, really impressive.
Mhm.
I felt like maybe I could even teach him a few things or two about trying to run walls and stuff. But no, I'm not telling him that. He doesn't need an ego boost.
Maybe not. Have you still got those books you bought?
Oh yeah, yeah. Hold on.
You're gonna run back up the wall to get
Give
them.
give me a second. She just doesn't quite go into the room. She just leans over there into the window and seems to grab a bag and then just comes back down. Drags it first and then parkours her way the rest of the way down. And she goes, did you want Feeding Your Soul by Charles Huxley Confrikilis? Or did you want Getting to Know Your Astral Self by Phil Springer? Did you want Material, Ethereal, and Astral, The Local
no
Planes by
idea.
fucking Lost? It's a really good one, that one, apparently. And Projecting Yourself
wait.
into the Cosmos by Lamberg on Utrask.
I have no idea.
Okay, well, if you read the blurb at the back, that tends to give you a list. I don't need them right now, so if you just want to take them, that's fine.
Worth a try, right?
Hey, whatever you're working through, it's always helpful to have a little something to keep your focus on whatever it is.
Mhm. She's acting tense in the same way she was acting tense that time she pulled you out of the thing where you were writing with Krusk to be like, "Who did I hit yesterday? You're giving me funny looks."
Do you want to talk about it?
Why don't you fight me anymore?
Why won't I fight you anymore?
Why won't you fight me anymore?
You want to take a walk? I think we should take a walk.
Sure.
I'm gonna
She will
slowly.
happily follow Desi's. I say happily. She will follow Desi's lead.
Yeah, I'm gonna slowly lead Nadia to the training ground, to
Mhm.
the sparring area. And I'm gonna get into the actual fence with the 3 dummies. It's the same ones every time. It's the Death Cult leader. Well, unless anyone else has any. But it's the Death Cult leader, it's Aloysius, and then it's the Massive Pit Fiend. Why do you think I made those?
To practice on?
Mm-hmm. Nadia, when we spar, we don't spar, we fight.
Always.
It is a straight up fight. I am punching you. I am beating you. I am literally, whether you feel it or not, I'm causing you pain. Do you think I want my friend to be my punching bag? No, I want you to be my friend. These are my punching bag. You are my friend. I don't want to work through things anymore by hitting my friend in the face. I don't want to use violence as my solution every time I'm stressed, frustrated, frightened, or whatever the shit it is. I'm done with being that way. You're my friend, not
Does
them.
work?
Beating the shit out of them?
Yeah.
kind of not. It's more of a de-stressor. It's a way to get out the energy. And when I've got out that energy, then maybe I'll want to talk. And when that time comes, then I come to someone who is my friend. I'm sick and tired of beating on people that don't deserve it. Spent a long time doing that. Long time killing people who didn't deserve it. So I don't want to associate that with any of you. This is probably the sternest you've seen her. It's very, like, teacher explaining the rules feeling. Like, she is trying to keep really serious about this.
Fair enough, I guess. You know you're allowed to fight me without trying to kill me, right? Not that you were trying to kill me in the first place, but
I know.
you don't want to do that either.
I think we've learned everything we can learn from each other as sparring partners. At this point, I don't know if you've realized it yet, but I'm pretty sure I have now. It's just for a very different reason.
But I mean, I was enjoying it.
I know. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. But
Not a good thing either.
the part of me that was enjoying it, I wasn't happy with. I'm not happy with. I don't want. That's the part that killed people. That's the part that enjoyed killing people. That's the part that did a lot of bad things. And I know there's this battle spirit inside of you, and then there's this now crazy connection to nature, and you've probably got a lot going on. But I guess if you do want to try my side of things, point to them. They're the punching dummies.
Yeah, there's a problem
We're
with
the
that.
friends.
There's a problem with that, says Nadia. Will turn her hand to show you her still bruised knuckles.
Well, can I just suggest maybe not going straight to the massive stone one that I created specifically for me who has magic fists? Next time we come in here, think of your own dummies, your own focuses. Maybe mine will change, but right now those are my demons, and that's what I'm focusing on.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to use that one anymore.
Try Aloysius, he's a good mid-range. Matthias is just when you really want to just burn something to the
He
ground.
just exists so that you can flatten him every time.
Oh, yeah. Matthias is purely there just so I can burn him.
I'm not entirely certain this is, like, better for you than hitting me.
This is a way to
I'm not convinced,
circumvent
you know.
injuring my friends, not necessarily healthy.
Yeah, okay.
But
You've got me there.
This takes the energy away so my brain can start thinking clearly. So if I do need to have a conversation with someone, anyone here, I'm calmer for it.
Well, yes. I don't know. It's just.
I know you enjoy fighting. And
Well, I
this
also
doesn't.
thought I'd scared you off.
Nadia, you're many things. Some of them are scary.
I was gonna say,
Might
if you're about to tell me I'm not scary, I'm gonna say
you're
that is the biggest bullshit I've
you're
ever
going
heard.
to have to accept. I guess that is something that we just have to accept about you until you decide otherwise.
I think I
But
might be stuck with it.
and if you are, you are. And I guess you choose how you deal with that. This is how I've chosen to deal with my demons. Not that yours are demons, a wild spirit, or whatever you want to call it, but you get my point.
Yeah, I get your point. I'll stop asking.
Great. I'm sure Thoradin would still like a smack about every so often. That's on him.
Yeah, but I like you better than Thoradin.
That's because I beat you.
So does he. Have you seen how hard he can hit?
Yeah, but I'm fast. He's just you with, God strength.
I'm not quite sure what you're getting at. He can hit
I'm
pretty
a
hard.
different kind of opponent.
Yeah, exactly. Besides, you remind me I need to, get faster.
Don't forget, you can
I'm never
imagine whatever the fuck you want here. If you want to imagine some, I don't
Can't.
know. I mean,
I'm
I don't know
pretty
what this
certain
is
I
limited
can't.
to.
Pretty certain I can't give myself a living opponent.
Well, not to
Sad
living,
but
but
true.
I don't know. We've seen constructs before, right?
I am not gonna try and imagine a construct. That's just not gonna work.
I don't know. I have no idea how this place works. I just
Yeah,
thought of
neither
things
do
and
I,
they
and it
turned up.
creeps me out.
Yeah, it's pretty weird actually, because I felt like if I came in and just imagined like some kind of creepy ghost thing, it would just appear, and that would just not be okay. Not that I'm
Thanks
doing
for
that.
that thought.
Well, sorry, but it's weird. What if something just pops into your head when we're going in the door and then suddenly it's there for the entire stay? That's creepy, right? Magic users.
Okay. For the rest of you, do you tend to a quiet breakfast, or how would you like to spend your morning, all of you?
Talari will be having her tea. When everybody joins her, she'll be, or sort of turns up. She'll go. I I can do scrying now. If anyone wants me to do that now.
Well, can you do
Yeah,
it now? Do
don't
we
think
not
you
need
can-
to be?
Oh yes, I need
Do
to
we?
be out of here. That's true. Yes. Yes, I have
I
to be on the
guess
same plane of existence.
I guess we eat up. Move on out, unless anyone else has anything else they want to do.
No, I'm gonna give Thoradin a glass of water. Just be like, drink this.
He is munching on a steak, sipping his beer, keeping to himself.
Just be like, hip. Thoradin, take this. Take it.
Oh.
Just gonna put some really ugly, very, very dense looking bread next to you. That might
I'm
soak
gonna
up a little bit.
I'm gonna stick with the stuff I know.
Fair enough.
Talari moves like a very small plate towards you, and it has like the digestive with cheese on top, but it's like half the size. So instead of it being like this big, it's like this big, like that big. Just like moves it over towards you.
I'm good. I'm gonna. This is like a routine for me.
She moves it back.
Is Thoradin drinking the water? I'm just gonna stare at him until he does it.
Nah.
No, I'm just gonna lean in. It's good for
Okay,
you.
when he finishes the steak, all the saltiness, it's gonna get a bit dehydrated. He'll down the water.
Okay, good. I'm not approving you. That's it. That's all I wanted to do.
Looking after him.
Yeah.
You two are
Well
such a
done,
cute
friend.
couple.
Okay, cool. And so you leave once you're ready to the city of to Helm City. Not far off, near the broken mangonel where you left the night before. After all your discussions and things that you've had, it's probably around 8 o'clock in the morning for you all.
Okay.
It's not bright out. It's getting bright. It's certainly in the about a half hour ago. It was only the sun was just rising. Winter is definitely still trying to get its grasp into the realm, and there is definitely a beginning to be a bite, a small chill in the air when you first leave the relative comfort of the interplanar home, which has just like a nice like steady temperature, which just feels okay for everybody. But this here definitely has a bite to it in terms of the cold. And if you try really carefully, you can see ever so faintly your breath on the air. But the morning is yours.
Shall I do it now? It takes about 10 minutes, you see, so I don't really want to be doing it like in the middle of a street.
No, I think that's a good idea.
Are you scrying the priest again?
No, we're looking for Telosius.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And see if we can find out why he's in Bane City.
We don't really know enough about the priest to really make an effective scry.
You really
no,
don't
I
want to
think-
let them know that we're looking at them either.
Yeah, no, let's scry Aloysius and see what he's up to.
So we'll
I
go for
guess
this.
after this, we'll go talk to Gal.
Yeah. So we'll scry for Aloysius.
Mm.
Obviously using my glove as the focus.
Mhm.
I don't have anything. I don't believe of Aloysius. I don't think any of us have anything.
So you are familiar.
Yeah, I'd say we're familiar. We've encountered him enough times.
You are familiar with them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Don't think I've got any.
in your mind, you know their likeness.
Did Oh, okay. So just having but then isn't that the same as? Okay.
So that's your connection to them. So you don't have like a piece of their clothing.
Yeah.
Right.
I just thought for some reason I thought like likeness was like a drawing or something. But if
Well,
knowing what they look like,
picture it.
Okay.
You can picture it. That's
enough.
equivalent.
All right then. Then yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah. Because
It's a hair I stole when we were fighting him.
Yeah, that just happens to have. Yeah.
Could you imagine? So where do you do this? Do you go to the Broken Manga now?
Uh,
to do this?
Probably stay outside of the city because it takes 10 minutes and you don't really want to be like casting a spell in the middle of a town because people might get a bit nervous.
You wanna leave? So you're gonna leave?
So we have to leave the house, but we leave that because our house entrance
Yep.
is like outside the town.
Yeah.
So
So
you're outside. So you're outside. Let's go.
Yeah.
So you're outside of the outskirts of Helm City.
Yeah.
You find a relatively calm place to just spread yourself out, sit down, and be in the group surrounding to be able to talk, or at least be in relation of hearing Talari's recipients of or attempt of the scry.
So I will cast it. Press the button.
Cool.
So it's a wisdom save of 17.
17, and then
He gets a -7 to his roll.
Yep. So, so you latch on to Aloysius.
Nice.
Aloysius is in a tavern. You suspect it is likely a guard establishment because it may be wood tables, but they're covered with a nice cloth, and the breakfast laid before them is quite luxurious relative to the places you've been.
Yeah.
And in front of Aloysius, so you're seeing Aloysius from on high, and in the immediate vicinity of Aloysius is what you suspect to be Bale.
Fuck. Oh, that's so bad. That's not good. Okay, shit.
Aloysius
that one.
Aloysius is sat having their breakfast, a classic fry-up: sausages, bacon, eggs.
Okay, so
And
I don't think this sees invisible creatures, right? So that means he's like corporeal, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We thought he was just wandering around anyway.
Or just like, I thought he was like, we thought he was either going to be invisible or like shapeshifted or something. Like not like just
Oh,
out,
just
out
yeah,
there.
just there.
Yeah,
Apparently he is.
apparently he is.
Get
All right.
away with a lot when you're the High Priest of Bane.
That's-
Apparently,
well, that's it, yeah.
including having a fuck off great demon just following you around
yeah.
all the time.
Sorry, yeah. So carry on. Sorry.
In front of Aloysius is tucking into his breakfast, and opposite Aloysius is Vale, who is just sat back in a chair that is big enough to accommodate them, and they are a large present. Aloysius is like average height for a humanoid, but Bale is literally like Aloysius has to look up, even like in between like doing his knife and fork to take a bite, he has to look up to keep talking. And Bale just sat there with his leg, with one foot over his knee, and like swirling a cup of what looks to be a very hot cup of coffee. And Bale is talking to Aloysius. Aloysius talking back. So Bale, when you join this
We're in
moment,
the Zoom call.
Bale says to Aloysius, "So, what do you have to offer here that isn't already on offer elsewhere?" Aloysius just finishes off his chew of the sausage he's got, and still like in full, barely based, and still like getting more things on his fork while he's preparing the point. He's like, "Well, I know more about the people trying to stop you than you do, for all you care." And then straight back into another mouthful. Bale is straight faced, not even hinting any emotion apart from just flat, just like a flat face. No intrigue, no smile, no cockiness. It's just flat, almost like a predator looking at prey, almost for Bale. And Bale, in response to Aloysius, and swirls some more of his coffee. And so, what makes you think I care? Aloysius slows down ever so slightly at this, and well, with using his fork to prove his point. Well, you see, they're willing to stop you rather than allow the status quo, and I think even you acknowledge that is a dangerous gambit. Bale, maybe, but it's also useful to allow the unfortunate to know when they're unfortunate. And they raise their cup like almost like a little salute. And you barely notice them look up and spot your scrying sensor. But they carry on completely unfazed.
Oh. Okay.
Aloysius takes a minute or so to clear some more of his plate. How about we test them, eh? If you're so sure of yourself, then I'm sure it is no hardship of yours to allow me with a little bit of your strength or your some of your friends to put them to a further test. And if they pass, like I'm sure they will again, then perhaps you should take them seriously, and you'll take my caution seriously. Bale drains the rest of his cup, puts it down gently, stands. His full height matches eye line to where the scrying sensor is, looking at you rather than at Aloysius. And he says, "Well, whatever your plan would be is surely scuppered." And then puffs away in teleportation, leaving Aloysius to look around like, "Wait, what?" Then he gets out a magic book, and it's up to you if you want to continue at this stage. But he gets out a magic book, and it looks like he's trying to see invisibility from his magic book.
Oh,
To
okay.
try him.
Yeah. If he's gonna see it as well, we'll just stop because he hasn't noticed it before, right? It's only yeah. So upon seeing that, she'll cancel the spell.
So you leave to Lucius fawning over a magic book and his breakfast.
Okay. Well, I mean, the good news is I found him. Bad news is, he was sitting with Bale. Just sitting there in his full ness.
What, just having a chat?
Oh yeah, it looks like it. They were just having a chat in a guard tavern inn.
What about the priest?
I didn't see the priest there.
They weren't talking about me, were they?
And indirectly.
Well,
Why would they be talking about you, Krusk?
Not you
mean,
specifically,
It's
Krusk.
about you, mate.
Oh yeah,
So-
Aloysius wants to kill you.
so-
yeah.
yes.
whole reason we
So
checked on him in the first place.
So it turns out Aloysius is trying to make a deal with Bale, but on us, basically. Aloysius believes he knows more about us than Bale does, even though, and plans to put us to a test. So Aloysius will most likely attack us with some demons to prove that we are as strong as and should be taken as seriously as he says that we should.
Why would Bale care about what Aloysius is saying? Like, does Bale know we're out to get him?
Apparently so, because by the way they were talking, it would sound like Bale already knows of our existence, but at the moment doesn't take us very seriously as a threat.
I'd be fairly shocked if he didn't.
And Aloysius
knows about us.
and Aloysius' goal seems to be that we should be taken seriously because apparently we don't follow the status quo.
He's scared of us. Our strength together. Bale should be scared. The fact that he's not scared can catch him off guard.
But there is one very bad bit of news though.
What's worse?
Well, as remember the note? Bale could see the sensor, so Bale knows somebody was watching, and the way he was talking about most likely knows it was us.
What did he
How
say?
could he know? It's not like
He
he can
doesn't.
see
He
back
wouldn't.
from
I
it.
would imagine he would guess.
Surmised.
Yes.
Okay.
So what did he do when he saw it?
He just
Someone was watching.
stared directly at it, made some offhand comment, and then disappeared.
See.
Right. The fact that Aloysius and Bale are even speaking, if Aloysius knows the plan,
I mean, the good
and
news is Aloysius didn't know that the sensor was there. I mean, he was going to. He was casting a see invisibility spell, but I cancelled it before he had a chance to finish.
but Aloysius knows part of a plan, at the very least, part of Bane's plan.
I mean, he seemed to know that we are trying to stop them. I don't think necessarily knows how, but that we're trying to.
No, I see what you're getting at. Does he know what we're trying to stop?
I don't
Yeah,
believe
good
so.
point.
I think as far as they weren't really all that clear. I feel like he knows that we're trying to stop Bane, but not necessarily in the way that we're planning on doing it.
At the very least.
I mean, it was less than 10 minutes. He can't really get that much of a conversation. And demons, man, they talk very slowly, you know?
At the very least, maybe Aloysius is our first lead. We should
Get hold
track.
of him. He
Well,
might have some of the evidence that we want.
maybe enough to get, I don't know if they call it a warrant in this world, but maybe enough to get a warrant or something along those
Further
lines.
investigation by the authorities, yeah.
I mean, at the moment we're doing a lot of this, a lot of this off the record, and I don't know how good evidence is when it's been stolen.
I do wonder, is as you said, as we are doing this on our own, if they could somehow find proof that we are trying to do what we're going to try and do, they may call the authorities on us and get us thrown in prison.
Which is why we should probably take this opportunity to perhaps step away. Aloysius could have information. That's a lead that I like, because that lead includes two things for us. One, and I point at Krusk, stopping whoever wants to kill him.
Yep. I'm in favour of
Two, bringing Aloysius into custody, which makes me very happy.
As long as we don't kill Aloysius, because Aloysius has his phylactery?
Yeah.
Is it a phylactery? Yes. Isn't he the one that resurrects? No.
It's not like that. Desi just went.
Oh, he's a clone. Is he
no.
the clone one?
That was John.
Oh.
Necromancer.
So what does his deal? Wasn't his deal that he could keep coming back as well? Or am I if I'm
No, I'm
misremembering?
pretty certain we captured him alive once, and then he
Yeah,
just
he
fucking broke out.
suggested.
He's just really
that he
strong,
was-
basically, so he can be killed.
Yeah.
Okay.
But basically, on behalf of myself, I am not planning on killing him.
I mean, can he really be redeemed
so.
after all the stuff that he's done?
I am not thinking about redemption. Punishment is probably due. He's had enough opportunities.
I mean, he was taken into custody and then escaped said custody. I mean, that's pretty bad. It proves that custody isn't going to make any difference.
I'm not going to kill him because we need to interrogate him.
Very good. Okay. But he doesn't need to know that.
Is the thing.
Potato.
No, he doesn't need to know that. A threat of
Arg did the
becoming a
Arg-
potato is pretty horrible,
I mean,
isn't it?
Arg did the potato thing though, so we'd have to call Arg if we wanted to do similar things.
Interrogate then potato.
The thing is, we're going to want Arg there when we question Aloysius, because we're there to get information. But if we can get Aloysius out of Bane City, we can get Aloysius alone. We have a chance to question him about what he knows on Bane's plans.
The problem with that is if Arg is seen with us, Aloysius would never approach. And realistically, how long is Arg just going to follow us around hoping for?
He's not
I'm
going to.
not going to. We have a sending stone.
Yeah.
I'm suggesting.
But that's
what
not going
we
to
do is
get proof, right? That would just still be our word. Our 25
no.
words.
As in, we have a sending stone. We capture Aloysius. We take Aloysius with us to somewhere where
Okay,
Arg can teleport.
If we're gonna
And
go
then we ask
discussing
Arg
all
to
our
come with us.
plans, should we go back into somewhere where it's nice and private and we're not doing it in the middle of the street again?
We're outside, aren't we? But yeah, I mean,
We're
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
somewhere where practically anybody could be
Yeah, yeah.
listening to us.
Yeah.
Scry.
yeah. Let's go.
Actually,
Let's
what
go.
are we worrying about? Krusk can teleport. It's fine. We'll go to Arg.
I'm down to go visit Arg.
Deszeldmiir!
Just so you know.
Sorry.
Privacy! For fuck's sake!
Open the door. Someone
Yeah.
open the door.
All right. Right. Opens the door.
Talari, open the damn door!
She's opening the door. She's opening the door.
You'll get back into your interplay at home.
Probably should have come back in here like straight after we did the thing. To be fair.
Right,
but never
shut the
mind.
door.
Oh, yeah,
Point.
probably.
Procedure. It should be procedure now.
We should.
Okay,
Yeah, we should.
okay.
We just set that as a
Yeah,
plan.
yeah.
Just not discussing all of our plans in the middle of the
It
street.
was.
is
I was
right,
trying to. I
right.
was trying to really, relay the thing that I just saw. While it was fresh in my mind, before I forget any important details.
Talari, I don't think this is on you. I'm
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
excited
not
with plans. My
blaming you
brain's
for that.
going.
Just, yeah, let's not. Because then everybody will know our plans. But if Aloysius is going to come and try and stab us up, I, for one, welcome this. Because A, I might get to punch him in the face. B, I'll probably get to punch all of his mates in the face. And C, he may actually know what we're trying to
Oh.
stop and therefore
Did
be
it
able to
sound
look for
like
evidence.
Bale would help him test us or not?
Wasn't very clear.
Right.
Really. I mean, again, it's yeah. Well, he wasn't very clear if he was going to help, and if so, how much. So we could be running up to just Aloysius, which I don't think he has, you know.
Doesn't he have like undead minions and shit, or is that the other bloody necromancer?
Yeah,
that was John.
my
That was John
question
the
is,
Necromancer.
my question is, obviously Aloysius is planning something. Do we allow ourselves to get trapped, or do we try to get Aloysius to us another way? Because obviously, allowing ourselves to get trapped, yes, we'll have to deal with whatever Aloysius throws at us, but it will put Aloysius directly where we want them.
I mean, we can keep scrying on the guy and see if we can work out what he's up to.
This is
Because
true.
if he's,
How many more have you got of that?
if what was it like? Aloysius was saying that he would take, like, if Bale gave him some help, then he would go and like try and test us to see if we were worth bothering about, right?
Kind of, yes. Aloysius's point is that we shouldn't be under
Underestimated.
that's what it, yeah. So
he is trying to come to us.
Yes, he basically, his idea is that he'll present us with a challenge which he expects us to win, which will show Bale that we are stronger than he thinks that we are. But then, if that's the case, if he thinks we're going to win, I don't see how he would throw himself into the ring.
No, but
I
he'd
think
probably have to be there somewhere.
One of two things is happening with that. Either he wants to throw some miniony henchmen at us to show how strong we are, so that Bale helps him more because he wants to kill Krusk himself, and say, "Hey, I'm an asset. I'll help you deal with these terrible people that destroyed most of your minions. I'm far more stronger than they are." Or he just wants to get enough help from Bale to end us, and basically just is talking a lot of talk to get that favor.
Oh, what? So that he gets enough firepower to, come and shank us so he can kill Krusk like he said he was gonna.
Yeah, exactly. So it's one of two things happening. Either way, it would require him to at least be a viewer of such an occurrence.
Most likely
Especially
invisibly,
if
though.
he wants to kill Krusk himself.
He'd probably be invisible,
He might have forgotten. You never know.
It didn't sound like he has.
Fairly unlikely.
You absolutely sure?
The trouble being, of course, pinning him down.
I mean, you could summon him again.
Once we've got him, he can't teleport, can he? He can do that flaming annoying thing where he goes and visits the astral plane, can't he?
Was that? Oh, that was how he got away. Might have been actually.
Yeah, like turned himself into a ghost and ran away.
I mean, I could learn a spell that I could see into the ethereal plane and things that are invisible or shapeshifted.
We can follow him around.
If
he walks through a wall, we'll be stuck.
The problem is, I mean, it's all well and good seeing in the ethereal plane, but I have no way of interacting with it.
Yeah, but he can't stay in there forever. We just follow him about until he has to pop out again.
That's very true.
I jump him.
We could do. I mean, it depends if we've got any demons on us at the time. But yes, I might prepare that spell the next time.
Well, yeah, that's true.
So what's the best angle here? Do we go into a trap prepared, or do we try to trap Aloysius?
I think a bit of both. We can't hang around the town because he'll find it really difficult to try and jump out on us in the middle of Helm City, because if I was planning to ambush somebody, I wouldn't do it here.
We need to make ourselves known to be somewhere.
Available enough, but not so available that it looks like a trap, because it is a trap.
I mean, I suppose
I can make noise.
I mean, we could just start doing what we were planning on doing and start walking towards Bane City. Right? I mean, if Aloysius feels like we are aware of his plans, he'll just only change them. We have to just let him think that we are just carrying on.
Well, we were going to wait here for a little while because information gathering and stuff, right?
We might have a problem there. How did Aloysius know?
He doesn't.
How did Aloysius know?
Aloysius doesn't know we were looking.
That we're after.
Well, he doesn't. All he knows is that we're trying to stop Bane. I don't believe. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't believe he knows our actual plans.
Okay.
Or where we are. But
like I said, the Bale saw the sensor. Bale saw the sensor. He doesn't know who it was, but I think he's surmised.
He can guess. It might be us.
But
he
Aloysius had
doesn't know
no.
where we are
Aloysius
either.
didn't know we were scrying on him, unless Bale told him, but he teleported away. So.
I was just
So-
worried that Girl told, or Lucius found out from Girl
I
that
mean,
we were
if
asking
you
around
can
about.
buy information, Thoradin, I'm sure other people
so can
can as well.
everybody else.
Actually, that
Yeah.
could go in our favor. When we next meet Gel, we should say that we're going off to do a particular thing in a particular place. And maybe
Set a
hint
trap.
to Gel that this information is worth a bit. I don't know. I don't know
Private.
how you talk to your people, Thoradin. Tell him to tell other people that could get to Aloysius, maybe. I don't fucking know.
I'll sugarcoat
Matt?
it.
Can I have the world map, please?
Yes.
My question is there anything that was on our radar around here that perhaps we should go investigate?
That's what I'm trying to remember.
Where are we? We're here.
Get out the map on the big table.
Yeah.
I don't think there was. Was there?
Well, the two things we
Mm.
wanted to do is visit Helm City and go and see the.
But that's nowhere near here. I don't think.
Oh,
We
where
in
was
Helm
Savraspal? I
City.
thought it was closer.
Sorry, where's what?
Sorry, Savraspal. I'm thinking about.
Oh, it's sort
Desert
of. It's
Barons.
more to the right.
Savraspol is near the capital.
It's here.
Oh no,
Ooh,
got my
gotcha,
geography
gotcha.
completely turned around. I thought this was Bane City. I've been doing it completely wrong.
Bane's down
Should
at
have
the
it.
bottom. Bane's at the bottom.
Bane's down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Mm.
We could start towards Bane City. I thought it was closer than that.
No, we could start going towards the port of Eldath. I don't know what kind of god
Well,
Eldath
exactly,
is.
Yeah. Goddess of peace.
God, oh, that's all right then. You know, that's
Great place for a trap.
Yeah, exactly. No one would expect it. I mean, we probably couldn't obviously start a fight there because that'd be literally the
I was gonna
antithesis
say,
of what's supposed.
I'm not
Break some
entirely
laws.
certain that trying to start a fight in Eldath City would be any better than trying to start a fight in Helm City.
Yeah.
But there we
What's
go.
Skerrit?
Don't ask.
Garrett is bad.
Oh, okay.
I want to say. Bear with.
Sounds like a non-human god.
I see. I have some knowledge because Matt wrote me some things.
No, he was one of the priests.
He's like a
so he's
hunting
the-
god, isn't he?
Yes, he's the god of centaurs and satyrs. Who's
the hunter
relatively neutral.
Okay.
The green lines, Matt, are they? I've seen one that
They're
says
the
walls,
boundaries.
but boundaries. Okay, they're just the boundaries.
They're the region boundaries. So the basic. So you're in Micklicky's range at the moment, and then at the bottom is Talus Point, and then next to that is the capital site, and then you got the wastes, and then
Forest of
so on.
Scarab
So
and the Forest of
All the
Silver.
mountains of Mistra look interesting. Sorry.
Yeah.
Can
But
we
that's
just
like
watch
going
Lady
further
Gaga?
away, right? Like you don't
Yeah,
wanna...
yeah. No, I know.
I mean, I think going towards the port of Eldath is probably
The
worth
other
doing.
Other thing we could do, if we want aid, is go north.
What?
Forest of Sylvanas.
But that's just a
Is
forest.
that just a forest, Matt, or is that actually a settlement?
it's a forest, but I mean, people could live there.
Probably
is it
get probably a
known
bunch.
settlement?
No.
Because there's no point go. I thought it was like one of the cities or whatever.
I would
It's
imagine
like-
there's probably some druids in
Right.
there.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's
From
a point of interest.
Is
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
a great big
Right.
forest that people call the Forest of Sylvanas?
Yeah.
Right, got you.
It's,
like the
it's a
mountains.
waypoint on your map, but it's
Ignore
nothing to
me.
do with the main quest.
Yeah,
doesn't seem
it's
to
a little
really
question
use that.
mark on The Witcher. You know, it's a little question mark.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't my point. It was
Yeah,
whether
yeah.
it's got a gathering of people in it.
Like I said, I reckon it's probably a good. I think it's probably a safe shot that there's
Oh, no,
probably
Sylvanas has
druids.
got a port up
It's
here.
there's got to be druids in there, right? Like it's a, you know, he's very druidy god, right? Goddess, goddess. I don't know which one it is.
Odd.
God.
He was male presenting last time I met him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so he seems like the kind of guy who has like druids. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but
Yeah.
but
yeah,
like I don't think
well,
the Mountains of Mistra is going to be like magical in any way, right? So
No, no. Well,
We did talk
I don't know.
about
They're called
finding
the
a druid.
Mountains of Mistra for a reason.
Be cool if they got like glyphs on it or something. But yeah, anyway. Then
Or,
again, the
like,
ancient
Skyrim style.
yeah. But yeah, I think yeah, Port of Eldath might be. I mean, the question is there anything else to gain from being in Helm Sea? Apart from Gel, there's nothing else that's really like here specific.
There is a curious question with the Port of Eldath.
Hmm.
We are looking to bring peace, balance, where we are hearing a lot about war. If I was a god of peace, I think I would probably hear a lot of whispers about war coming. Sounds like a lot of gods trying to cause war, start war.
They may even, if we can convince them of what our plans are, they may even try to help us. And if we are about to get attacked by Aloysius and a bunch of demons, it could help. It could be handy to have some help. Not like the help we had before; they weren't very good, but you know.
She'd probably help us if she can.
More allies is always smart, and if we can have some godly allies, that would be even better.
Yeah,
but
well,
if I was,
she tried to get me on side.
Well,
I mean,
then we have an in.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying she would probably help us if she can.
So I guess then Thoradin can have his.
To be honest, so was Helm. Maybe we ought to talk to his priest about
protection
this rather than
What the priest of Helm?
Just so that we have somebody like we're talking to Ark because Ark is helping us. Yes.
Oh, wait. Time out. So you've been talking to the priest Helm priest?
Only about the circles, the demon circles. Not about this, because this is supposed to be secret.
A Helm priest or the Helm priest? Like High Priest
Just
Helm
a random
priest?
Helm priest.
Okay, well maybe we kick it up a notch.
Well, yes, that's what I'm saying. Maybe we should go and talk to the Helm priest, the in charge Helm priest, about this plan, our general plan, and be like, we're trying to fucking fix Bane being an asshole. Not that that's something you can actually fix, but whatever. The problems caused by Bane being an asshole.
I mean, he's kind of the
us out.
god of that, right? Really. I mean.
Well, exactly. That's why I'm saying you can't fix Bane being an asshole, and you just have to fix the problems caused by Bane being an asshole.
Well, it's more like him overextending his reach, right? Like, you can't like get Cyric in trouble for lying, and that's what his job is. But it's more that like Bane is overextending. He's overextending his arseholiness, right?
Well, I don't know. If he's trying to take over the world, he is good at tyranny, and then like that's technically in his purview. However,
well, it's like, isn't it?
He
still has to be within the ascendancy rules.
Yeah. Like, you can't. You're not supposed to like. You're not supposed to like bother the other gods, right? So.
Or involve yourself in the material plane. Speaking of though, the Helm Priest is a good idea. Except I just want to put this out there. Most of our plans so far have been killing and stealing, and this is like protection god. Just
I mean,
is that going to be okay?
Well, I mean, we try, don't we?
Deszeldmiir, I'm going to put this out there. You know all those mercenaries who run around the realm in the name of Helm, dabbing things up?
Yeah, no, good point.
I mean, to be fair, stuff attacks us, right? We only act in self-defense.
How do you think Helm does most of the protection? It's by having a bigger fucking sword than the other guy. What do you think my entire job is?
I mean,
stabbing other people up so that the people that I like don't get stabbed.
I mean, you slash them kind of with just an axe. You don't really stab with an axe, but yeah.
Yeah, no, the point is that.
I could stab with an axe. The point is that
that's fair. Okay, so yes, we state.
Tell me what I can't do.
How much do we want to reveal? How comfortable are we?
Yeah.
Because obviously we are talking about serious accusations, and we have fairly little evidence at this point. I mean, we were quite lucky that Euphemia was so okay with learning what we were saying about.
That was under the referral of Arg, was it not?
Well, yeah, but I don't know how many more referrals of Arg is going to get us very far. Don't forget, this is Helm. This isn't another magic god.
Yeah.
may not care much for what the Zooth says.
Yeah.
Some of them are already going to have their suspicions. Eldath knows war is coming. That's why she wanted my help. Helm knows there's a threat to the realm. That's why he wanted my help.
I mean, Helm is aware
Oral's
of.
just an asshole.
I mean, considering Helm had, gave us the Book of Demons, they must be aware of the increasing population.
Issues.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go talk to the Helm Priest. Nadia, you're
Besides,
going
that
to
was
take
the
point on this.
I
mean-
can try. That was the advice Ogma gave me. Talk to everybody. Make allies.
Makes sense.
Make friends.
Makes sense. We're trying to protect. We're
people
trying to
on
make
side.
peace. So that kind of makes
Yeah, no,
We
it's all
can
good
try.
things.
quite handy that they're close together. Actually, those settlements.
Protection and
try.
peace.
Yes.
Almost like it was planned.
Honestly, location of all these cities is relatively random.
Matt just was like, oh, throwing darts at like a paper.
Trust me, yeah.
If we really want to stretch it, I think
That's where that's
Skerrick's
going.
got a neutral god interested in balance as well.
Well, neutral gods again don't tend to pick a side. They just tend to let everyone do what they're doing, or at least have their own agenda. That's independent.
most-
Yeah, but when
most of the
somebody's
gods-
rocking the boat, they have a tendency to try and rock it in the other direction in order to keep things level.
Most of the gods that contacted me aren't really on the side that we want to contact, so...
No, that's very true. Mine tend to be largely the evil ones.
Do you
I wonder why
attract
that
evil
is.
gods,
Is that because we're
Talari?
elven? Is that
Maybe.
Because
something?
Talari's secretly an evil little bitch.
I mean, no.
I mean, she's done some pretty brutal stuff.
There was the one time.
Because one time.
The one
Yeah,
time.
no,
And I
that's
don't
one
even do
time
that
you're
anymore.
aware of, and you try to keep that a secret. So I'm just
Oh, there's
saying.
one
Okay,
time
I walked
secretly
past those
cold-
bodies. They were horrific.
Secretly cold-hearted and evil. That's what it is.
Look, if the
Sensitive.
situation calls for it, yeah, you can't be limiting yourself.
What have I
Yes,
had?
you can.
Well,
Quite
if
specifically.
if you've got no other option, I said, But then I don't even need to
What
do that,
is
right?
evil?
Like, that's what you're all
And if
for.
I meet her,
You're all for
Yes,
the
absolutely.
hitty, stabby, slashy, punchy malarkey, stuff. And I
Although-
just,
Probably
I
the
get to.
only reason you're still neutral, if you think about
I
it,
am- I
is
mean-
the
I
fact
mean-
that we're the stabby ones.
Well, this is yeah, exactly. Cannonball is neutral.
Voice neutral, isn't he?
So,
yeah, he's alright.
I'm.
Bad or real?
I mean, I don't
Easy.
I personally don't really have a stake in this. My thing is more the Merkel stuff.
Yeah, that's true. But you like us, so you stick around anyway. That just killed Arthur. Sorry.
Broke me. Perfect silence.
Awkward silence.
Deadpan.
I've had Oriel, who is, to be fair, an evil bitch, but she wasn't like trying to persuade me. She just tried to threaten me, which reminds me, if we meet Oriel, I'm a puncher.
Cool. Noted.
I mean, we won't really meet the gods, or just meet the high priests of those gods, right? I wouldn't
We
go
hope.
punching
If
the
I
high
meet
priest.
Oriel, no, I'm not gonna punch the high priest. High priest didn't threaten my family. If I meet Oriel, gonna punch her.
Well, I don't think we're anywhere close to that, so I think we should be okay. I don't even know where that is, but it's not. It's.
Add Tempest.
what's-
Tempest serves a smack in the face.
I mean, Tempest. Yes, Tempest.
Why
We
does
have.
Tempest deserve a smack in the face?
Let's remember the whole.
That was
Thoradin.
Talos.
Thoradin.
That was Talos.
Oh, that's
That was
similar. Oh,
Talos.
yeah, they
Yeah,
are.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
I get those
those
two mixed up.
Those two are buddy.
Yeah, because Tempest is war, right, and Talos is storms. That's it.
Those two are
Right.
buddy.
Right.
They are Sylvanas, obviously.
Right. So, we can. Some of us can talk to the high priest of
Yeah.
Bane,
Speak to the
of Hell,
priest.
and then
Helm.
Thoradin can talk
I'll
to.
talk to the High Priest about
I know. Sorry, I apologize. And then Thoradin can talk to Gel, I guess. See if he can put some false info in, or whatever he
Mention
might
feels.
need
where
some
we're
help.
going. Just say
I'll go
that
with
we're.
Thoradin. I'll back
Yeah.
you up.
I'm not in a good state to go by
Yeah,
myself.
are you really hungover, Thoradin, or are you still drunk? Because you were pretty
it's-
fucking drunk last night.
Yeah, there's a lot going around in my mind
Don't worry,
after
Thoradin.
yesterday.
I'm not
Yeah,
really.
most of it's alcohol.
I'm not really.
Yeah.
I'm not really equipped to deal
Is
with.
anything still
next.
going around in your mind? I'm fucking amazed you're still walking. You were pretty fucking fast out.
I'm not well equipped. I'm not really experienced dealing with the individuals that you communicate with, so I don't really think.
Stand there and look threatening.
I don't.
Oh no! Stop,
No,
please.
no,
You're gonna
no.
make me laugh. That's terrible.
Practice in the mirror.
Okay. It's not really.
Talari
It's not.
practicing her evil looks in the mirror. Yes.
Yeah. It's not really my thing. We're trained to not have that kind of look on
Oh, yeah,
people.
this is true.
Yeah.
You're a nurse. You're supposed. Yeah. To be fair, the time you look the most like fed up with me is every time you've healed me ever. You're just there like.
Only when it's through recklessness, which is all the time.
Which is all the time.
It is all the time.
We're in the
yes.
front line. I mean,
You stand there like but
That's what
Thoradin. Yes, you're within the front line, but the thing is we both enjoy being in the front line. So
Yes.
we're
Yeah.
there like,
Sometimes
yes, this is great.
I
And
do
come
wonder
back
whether you
and
let
punch
them hit you, so they're just close to you, so you can hit them easier.
you
Like,
kind of you kind of forget.
It's a valid. Yeah, you do.
It's just all swinging.
Exactly. I would say
God.
yeah, it's a valid tactic, but no, it's not a valid tactic. You
It's
just
not a
go
valid
at it.
tactic at all.
It's
I
a
feel
valid
invincible.
tactic. It's because you're invincible, Thoradin. You got strength of a god.
Yeah.
And you got lead hands, you can probably catch swords at this point.
Shit, you could.
Didn't I do that?
I don't
What was
know.
I gonna do?
I
I
don't
was
think
gonna
you-
like
I don't
have
think
the
you've ever-
sword in
We
my
need to
hand.
test that. We need to test
But you can
that
literally
out
just
now.
like your hand is essentially a
Stop,
shield, right?
literally
You
stop.
literally can
Yeah,
just go
yeah.
no.
There's his
Have
hand
I'm
in
gonna
her
try that.
face. She's going to slowly step away from this conversation.
We should try that out, Thoradin. We
Walk
should
away.
try that out.
Swing at me. Go on, Nadia.
What here? Hang on.
Yeah.
She's gonna
Oh,
look
wait.
around and make sure she's got the.
Trying a
make sure she's
magical
got the
axe
room
though. I
not-
don't know how this is going to pan out for you, but
Yeah, she'll
You
get
could
the
eat
magical axe out, look at it, and be like, "Hang on."
if
a
you
sec,
two
put
hurt
it away."
yourself, yeah, I will wait and then heal you later.
Has
just
anyone
bear in
got
mind.
a non-magical weapon? Hang on, and she's gonna pick up like a kitchen knife.
Wait, before you do that, just gonna take off the gloves. I don't want the gloves getting damaged.
You fucking bitch,
Question
you
now,
got-
actually, now that we can see them, it hasn't spread. I don't know if he's topless, right? I would say like has it spread
Yeah,
like
yeah.
up his arm?
Hasn't spread.
Okay.
No.
Fine.
You know, says Nadia, pointing the knife at Thoradin. We walked round all the bloody inns in Helm City looking for you last night.
Would you
Yeah,
believe we looked?
I never told you.
You were in the
Yeah,
fourth
but
one,
that was where
you know.
you were fucking going. Right,
Ah,
okay. Ready? Catch.
okay. I just try and catch it.
Does it hurt?
Roll damage. It's a
What am
dagger,
I
so
rolling?
roll a d4.
Oh shit, I didn't get my d4 out. Where's my d4? It never gets any love.
Wow.
Desi's fully like just gone, just somewhere else entirely.
It's a 2. There you go.
We're still in the interdimensional house, right?
Yeah, we are.
You are.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
just gone to her room. She's done with this
Yeah.
What's
So-
my-
now.
What's my strength modifier? 8. There you go. That's 10 points of damage. Fucking.
There
To
you
be
are.
fair, she's probably not putting like it a full force blow.
It's yeah. So
She's not like pulling the blow either.
it's so sure you've got metal hands, but lead is a soft metal, and
Doesn't make
these are
sense.
your hands still. So, but what you do notice is that you do actually cause blood to just come out, but
Oh,
you
shit, I'm
don't.
bleeding.
So you do bleed from the stab, but you don't see human or like dwarf like actual skin in the wound. It's still metal.
Huh. So it's like
So it's
all
not
the way
human
through.
flesh.
Yeah,
It's literally all the way through.
so you
Wow.
actually have lead
Your hands are lead.
hands.
Wow.
Yeah, Nadia's gonna like pull the knife out and go, "Oh shit, you're bleeding." Sorry.
He was not a man of flesh.
So Talari will actually like inspect this wound and be kind of like, huh.
Yeah.
Thoradin, you are aware that this leadness goes all the way through. It's not a coating.
So I don't have
Your
bones
actual
or like.
well, your bones,
Yeah.
your bones, your veins, your muscle, it's all lead.
Yeah.
Oh, yuck.
Wow.
Surprisingly, at least your blood is
weird.
still red. Like that's
Yeah, the
still
blood still
maintained.
comes.
That
But
is
I suppose that's
weird.
cycling through your body, so that kind of makes sense. But But yeah, everything that's static here, fingernails, everything. I said everything underneath. It's all
Wow.
lead.
That's really creepy.
Your
Is
ring
it
is
Yeah,
still
lead?
your
that's-
ring.
Yeah.
That's not lead.
That's there you go. Yeah. So that's very odd. Very
Does that hurt?
slightly concerning.
Does that hurt? Does it hurt or not?
Well, I mean, I'm bleeding. I'm,
Well,
injured.
Yeah,
This
but
would,
bleeding
yeah,
and hurting is
yeah.
two
Yeah,
different
you're
things.
wounded, but does it hurt?
I don't think it would be really.
I suppose the question is like,
You've got sensation.
have your nerves turned to lead?
You've got
Yeah.
dexterity still in your hands.
Yeah, but like,
So
are my
that
pain
you still
receptors
feel.
still there? Like,
It's probably
It hurt like
number.
this.
yeah, it's dampened a bit. Okay.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Yes.
weird.
Well, at least
Slaps on his arm.
we've tested it. That's
Yeah,
Okay.
good.
don't try.
I won't be.
Don't,
Yeah, I'm not
don't
doing
try and catch a proper weapon,
that. Okay.
because otherwise you're going to lose a finger, and
Yeah.
Nadia's going to start cleaning the knife.
And Talari will cast Cure Wounds in a first level slot.
Thank you.
On him.
Okay, so next time on the Ascendant Lands, some of you are going to go speak to Gel and see what misinformation and information you can start gaining and spreading. And some of you are going to go try and speak to the High Priest of Helm. And one of you will be contacted by a brother. Until next time on the Ascendant Lands.